What's up, everyone? How's it going out there on Twitch? I won't say on YouTube because I'm quite sure I won't upload this one. We're just getting back into streaming after a long break. And we're going to try out, or continue this run I've already started of Naga, Cinder Acolyte. I don't have a write-up on what this new god is. Unfortunately, I should have... What's up, Giant Gorg? I don't have a write-up on what this god is. It's a god that starts you with high piety. Thankfully, the Learn DB should have... Fire Guard, who's nearly gone out. Followers start with 150 piety, more than the monk bonus. So you start at as many stars as you see here. I believe you start at 150 is 5 stars. And you have no piety decay. And you get a 3 actives, and you get passive RF, and you start with the Scorch spell. And as you can see, I've also picked up Confusing Touch. Looks like I'm working on some hexes to help make Confusing Touch a little bit better. Scorch is a new spell. Scorch a random foe. Was that changed actually? Did they get a different spell at start? Or no, they still get Scorch, right? Yeah. I think so. I forget if there's been changes to this, so hopefully this is not totally out of date. But the main takeaways are that you're sort of it's a zealot that's a spellcaster zealot. You start with a -1. Do I still have my starting weapon? Or did I drop my starting weapon? I guess I must have enchanted this because it doesn't start as +1. I think it starts as -1, so it's actually kind of unenchanted. Well, it's a worse than average weapon, but it does have the flame ego, and then that synergizes with your Scorch spell, which damages pretty effectively. I might add 2d7 for early game, and then also gives the monster RF minus. Or, reduces their level of RF by 1. In most cases, that's going to make monsters vulnerable to fire because you don't fight too many RF monsters early on in the game. And that's going to make each subsequent use of Scorch more damaging, and it's going to make your melee hits with Flame more damaging. Of course, you're going to want to switch away from that weapon eventually. But we'll hold on to this spear probably for a little while since apparently we've enchanted it. Yeah, enchant weapon as I did, so it's been a while since I started this character. I didn't get it very far. And, looks like I've already found a Staff of Earth. Got some attract potions, that's not so helpful, but haste is good. And we have some teleport, that's good. So it's the previous level, what happened last? Did I teleport, or was I teleported? I see. I believe this is like down in Duvessa. Adder Corpse, yeah. So that's alright. Do we have both of these alive? Yeah, so both of these are still alive. I don't really want to take those on quite so much. Excruciating Ice. Hey, what's up, Iggy? What? How's it going? How's the, oh, Killer Bee Zombie. Oh, crap. That's not good. Okay. Killer Bee Zombie is a little bit scary. D4, I guess it's not that bad, but Scorch made short work of them. You on Basement Con. Oh, Basement Con? You're gonna hold a con in your basement? Last I saw, you were playing Mahjong quite a bit. Iggy or not Iggy, Yogi streamed. I think you've been streaming too, but I haven't been able to catch any of them. I guess I'm not a Mahjong person. Although, I can see the appeal. I have played Mahjong a little bit. Usually hold it in the woods. Yeah. What's the con about? Is it like just games or D&D, or is it just... We found Ecumenical Temple, but it's not going to help us so much. Axes on the walls and bees and sinks that come out of the pub. Huh. Well, depending on the content, it could be very thematic. Yeah, so eventually the idea of this god is this is a god that gets... you sort of use up its piety and then it's basically useless, and the idea of the god is that you'll probably switch away from it at some point in the mid-game, kind of the earlier mid-game. And usually furry ones, and we do a lot of charity stuff at panels. Well, that certainly sounds fun. Don't mess with the furries, they are a powerful lobby. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun organizing something like that. Well, we fully explored this level. These stairs are not the best. Hopefully we don't... I don't want to mess with down into vets necessarily right now. Kind of more hassle than they're worth. Just going to end up using consumables or possibly getting killed. What else do we got going on here? Portal projectile, freeze, inner flame. Inner flame is in theory useful. Terrible speedruns are some of the best kind of speedruns. They are some of the best content, really, because it's like, that's how you rope in the people who are much more casual, because if they're hilarious speedruns in some way, you know, how bad it is, that can be very enjoyable, even if you're not really so much into the idea of speedrunning, or even if, you know, obviously... Oh, I gotta remember I have Poison Spit. So I'm using... This guy's still alive. Okay. Gotta use Confusing Touch. At some point we got it down 7. It's not gonna have much spell power. I don't really want to train more hexes. This is kind of a lot of hexes, actually. Let's go ahead and consider getting some... Stealth is not that bad on Naga. We'll definitely get like a few levels of stealth. Oh good, this would be a Nicole vault, almost certainly. Locking a shop behind a staircase, one of Nicole's favorite tricks. He loves those kind of vaults. Oof. Okay. I'm worried about the Buffetaboost too much. Okay. Scorching. Alright. Easy. Buffetaboost is really weak. Wand of Chiming, so that's a very good pickup. That's an ogre. Don't want him to be hitting me too much. Just gonna open up with some damage. Don't really want to spend... Oh, am I out of range of Spit Poison? Yeah, I am. Use a Wand of Flame. Oh, I missed. Let's try that again. Got it. So we got 4 levels of stealth from killing a very small number of monsters. It's still very cheap to get more levels of stealth, and we can do that. What else? Some dodging. We'll go ahead and get a couple more levels that'll just get us on the way. So we have a little bit of extra bonus to just slithering away, being slow. There in back book. Well, if you stream any of that, I'll try to catch some of it, see what's up. I haven't been on Twitch as much these days, but I still do check it when I have time. I haven't had as much free time recently. Do I want to memorize Inner Flame? Probably. Only thing, I only have one. Let's see, anything else? Oh, do we have anything? There's a Radiate. Good chance we go... Cool. Good chance we go into some fire magic as soon as I find some. With our apps, it's not too painful. Just flat, so... Obviously, we could go sort of away from spellcasting. It will kind of depend on what we find. Not really going to go into... I do have a high-level air spells, but I don't have anything lower than Lightning Bolt. Oh, I have Static Discharge, actually, which is pretty good. It's an interesting... That would be an interesting transition. My other... So we don't really have anything else. Confusing Touch. Inner Flame. Alright, we went with Inner Flame. Scorch kind of handles almost everything. Yeah, just because it ends up doing fairly good damage for its level. I think I could slither away from Eustachio. I'm not super worried about Eustachio at this depth. He's not that scary. Okay, there's our stealth. We have a penalty to EV, so it's harder to get positive. Oh, but I still have EV. Polywand, that's not bad. Some summons. That's certainly interesting. Yeah, I didn't think he would pose any threat. I should have checked carefully to see if maybe he, just a nice room filled with lava. Oh yeah, this character is almost certainly going to stay at low. Well, if we switch into doing melee, I'll get some AC. I mean, their AC for a spellcaster is not going to be bad because I will be wearing barding. But if I do switch to melee, they'll have excellent AC by the end of the game, but they may end up just casting spells. Works decently well on Naga. There we go. Oh, I must have been shafted. Oh, this looks like a fun level to have been shafted to. Because I've been, yeah, through a lot of this level, it seems. Gotta love those wide open shaft levels. Especially when you're, like, not at XL8, but at whatever XL I was when I was shafted here. Oh, I didn't even have identified. Yeah, I have not played Crawl in a while, so I'm going to be very slow and sort of rusty. So, poison magic. Come to me, monsters. Is there nothing else left on this level? Interesting. Wow. Huh. It's been a while since I played this character, so it's interesting that I apparently cleared most of D6. It's possible that they're just, luckily, because this is, as far as levels you can get shafted to, this is a little bit bad in how wide open it is. It's not like completely wide open, but it's pretty wide open. There is some cover. Easy to find stairs, but the problem is getting alerting, like, you know, mobs of monsters, because you're always like exposed. Kind of at the point where I can safely auto explore, so we'll do some of that. Buckler, that's nice. Let's go ahead and wear that buckler, and we'll switch gears over to shields. Whatever it is, 4.2. Found a rang. Found a willpower ring. Dex ring, hey, that's nice. How much EV is that going to give us? 2? 1! Yeah, we don't have a lot of dodging, so we'll train more dodging. Obviously, with our aptitude, we're not going to train that much, but it's going to be until we get at least barding, where we end up using more. Oh, this is the... Okay, so this is just mostly a decorative vault. Scroll, another kind of wide open section. Been pretty tame dungeon so far. I think I did get a shaft earlier before I played this character. The real weird part's going to be when enchant armor, nice. Gloves tend to stick around a long time. The centaur. Need to queue up that one Mega Man Centaur Man song for every time I encounter a centaur. Stealth doing a little bit of work at least. Oh, well, that really sucks. We're just, we're getting a little bit of miscasting from the buckler. It's nothing too bad, although... Oh, Cause Fear. Cause Fear is actually a really legit escape spell. It's one that flies under the radar for a lot of people, but it's really strong. I totally forgot I even had it. Just keep going with this. I'm actually going to slither away from... Oh, the white is too smart for that. Got him, though. +4 mace. Good enchant. Zin's Purification Station. I guess put that on the old shop. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go up and find that one unvisited, There we go. There's the shop here. Oh, look at that. That is a good weapon. Eos. And a Vamp Lajatong. That's also a sick weapon. Not close to affording either of those, but those are both really good weapons. Yes, it'd be extremely convenient because it's fully enchanted with a good ego. The Aralek is certainly nice, and the Halo is like a nice accuracy increase. Not the best base type, but that's fine because you can eventually make a weapon, like, you know, you can make a Morning Star, or not, an Evening Star, or a Demon Whip, or you can even switch over to axes if you want relatively painlessly. A lot of people would feel uncomfortable. A lot of people, particularly who mostly only ever do one-handed melee, would probably think Naga that they have to. This is okay. Think that they would never do two-handed. So, but mostly as long as you get good AC. So Nagas have a deformed body, which reduces the base AC from armor, but then they have barding, which basically more than makes it up. Hey, what's up? Show me the orbs. I don't have my own write-up, but you can check that. Use the old LearnDB commands. That's a very quick summary. There's 6 entries there. I don't know what the rest of them say. Like, you know, there's a lot of this. Probably don't want to read through all of it. But yeah, it's basically a god. This is a god that it's a zealot god. The only real way to get it is through the zealot class, although you can get it from an ecumenical altar. Eventually, I think we'll have a very rare temple, just like we do with like Jiyva and Lucy, where you can get the god as well. But anyway, it's basically a god that you will pretty much only play through. It doesn't even randomly generate altars to this god, so it's even more rare than Jiyva or Lucy. And yeah, it's a god that you find it in the Abyss. You shouldn't be able to find it in the Abyss unless I would be surprised if Blazing Fungus made an exception for that. Because the altars just don't generate randomly. They're out of the normal, unlike, say, Lucy, you know, and Jiyva, which has, like, they have special vaults that can place them. But anyway, the idea is this is a god. Oh, Manticore, that's a little bit nasty. Those are Wand of Poly, Eye of Dev, Moth of Wrath, Windrake. So not incredibly better. This could be an opportunity. D8 Manticore is a little nasty. This guy could perforate me pretty well. I could fear him away to temporarily deal with it. I could Confusing Touch the Manticore. That would actually work quite well. I just need some cover. I don't want to be taking any. I don't want to be taking any hits from. Do Ignis abilities only cost piety? They only cost piety. I couldn't. So Rising Flame is like one of the best escape abilities in the game. After a short delay, you get upshafted to the level above, and it's a delay that's like less than teleport. Sea of Fire. Unfortunately for Manticore, this one is probably not going to be as good. They always feel bad. That's an interesting. That's like the opposite take. I mean, I use them. You just zap them and see. Okay, are like, is the worst case something I can live with? Usually it's for something really quite dangerous, where it's like I could get, you know, banished by this. Like, I don't care if it's, you know, something vaguely high level. It's just that this Manticore is about the same level of danger as... I mean, a Moth of Wrath in this case would be harmless. A Windrake just has, like, smite targeted damage output that's not quite as bad, but I can't even, like, avoid, you know, have a blocker. Like, if I move back, this Centaur zombie is gonna block line of fire pretty well. But I can't even do that with a Windrake, and I have Devastation. They also require line of fire, and they're slow, but they do hit for even harder, so it's a bit of an RNG thing. Also, it's only a 28% chance to even affect it. And in order to shoot it, I need line of fire, which has range 5. I'm out of range of it right now, but I would only get like, what, one shot, basically? Which, you know, which is fine. Charm is an option, again, not the best odds, because it's somewhat high level. So my thought is, well, Confusing Touch with my Hex's power might actually not be a very good chance. Can I see what Confusing Touch chance is? Damn. They're like, I thought there was a way to do this. Yeah, the old Sea Flame was certainly very like spammy. It was, you know, it's a lot of people find that kind of spam fun, but honestly, it was so tedious to use like optimally and just, well, not even optimally, but just like effectively. It just required so many instances. I won't defend the new Conjure Flame like to the death or anything, but at least its interface is not god awful. It's definitely something we still talk about changing or reworking, reimagining, or whatever. Sea of Flame probably is fine because it's well, it's like a big area of effect. The problem is that I don't know that the Manticore will step in the fire that I make, and then it could kill this zombie, which I'm gonna probably use for cover. I'm not sure that Confusing Touch is actually gonna be all that good here. What else would we? Could always haste. You can always teleport. I would prefer not to teleport on this level because it's relatively unexplored. Centaur Zombie isn't going to hit for all that much. Anything else I want to do while I'm waiting for this guy? I think I'm going to try to Confusing Touch him. I could Inner Flame the Centaur Zombie. The problem is it's faster than me. So I'm not going to be able to get away from the explosion. I do have RF plus, but the explosion will still kind of hurt, and I don't want to go up against the Manticore. Ah, there you go. Look at that. Well, that's not very effective. God, do I want to blink? That was a heal wound, and he just chewed right through that. Yeah, we're at that not very sweet spot with Confusing Touch, where it's like, you know, a 1 in 3, and even if I confuse it, their damage is just quite high. So this is just sort of an OOD. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I am completely safe if I... No, actually, you can come around the door. I guess I burn it. Just being really safe here. Can I get anything? Problem is that I don't know that Foxfire Swarm. Yeah, I didn't think that would work, but we are now behind this door. The problem is that most of them aren't going to hit him. Yeah, we need a way to deal with this stupid Manticore. We're not in the best spot. Don't really have a great... It just does a little bit too much damage for us. Don't really have a great debuff for him. Not quite there. Hexes spell power wise, because we're sort of a split between those. I'd actually get a little bit more hexes because it could do a little bit more work for me. I wish I had a plan for this Manticore that was, like, better. Well, up we go. I was willing to take a gamble on the old, where is Manticore now? I can just leave him. If I get a Moth of Wrath, that would be okay. I have Devastation, could be touchy. I don't know what their HD is. Yeah, I think you're right, Shaded. I think you have to quiver it. That's a good point. Anyway, I found it. It wasn't that bad. It was like a 1 in 3. The problem is, like, adjacent to me, it just does kind of too much melee damage. It was tearing through my defenses very well, such as they are. Just a little bit too nasty of a monster for me to be fighting. Guess I can kind of leave it and leave D8. It's just a little bit too nasty. Oh God, we keep getting the nasty monsters. I want to do something about Mr. Manticore if I can, because I would love to just explore this level. Boulder Beetle is another one that's like... Foxfire is not going to be super effective versus that, because they just have too much AC. Sea of Fire might actually be useful against a Boulder Beetle, potentially. I should try... I don't want to move this far upstairs is the thing. Hey look, our friend the Centaur Zombie showed up again. More polymorph charges. Get him out into a somewhat open area, maybe? If we get him to a door area, that would be great. I don't actually know how good Sea of Fire is. Let's try it right now. Ah, I see. That didn't work out so hot. Wish I could get rid of this clown. Okay, it's going to be great. I really do hope I teleport back into this fire, because that would freaking rule. I would love that. That's okay. We're having fun. Oof! Now we're not having so much fun. Okay, let's try a Foxfire Swarm. Okay. Alright. So yeah, that wasn't how you do that. Play it before nerf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, I cannot successfully hex this guy. Can I fear him? Let's Quiver cause fear. Ah, I can't... 13%? How do I... Oh, what do I have to do to, like, do... Now I forget. What do I have to do to, Maybe it is, you know? Let's give it a shot. Maybe with the right invocation it will. Oh shit, that was the wrong spell. Damn it. But yeah, it's not that good. Chase him. Chase him, kill him, please. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Okay, it did do it. It just took like 2 invocations. So that's kind of on me. Yeah, good call. Like, just use it twice or whatever. I guess that was just the ticket. Okay, Quiver. Where is Scorch? Oh, it was because it wasn't castable. I wasn't seeing it. D8 quite late for a Manticore. What are you great to me about OODs? If I had another damage spell that was like that, the problem is I'm sort of split between like trying out some hexes and my one fire spell. I probably should have like pivoted over to air magic or something. Do I even have air strike as well? What air spells do I have? Just static. I do. Yeah, well, I just picked up P Vapors. P Vapors stuff is really good. It's kind of enough, but oh, well. Made up our teleport. Hey, this is a Gamma Funk vault. This is one of the first vaults I ever made. So we have a boulder beetle down there. It's another one that's going to be fun. I don't think Foxfire is going to help us versus Mr. Boulder Beetle, unfortunately. Yeah, I think so. That was I was looking for. I had to do the targeter because it's been like a good solid month or two since I played DCSS, so I forgot the keys. But yeah, thank you. Stuck with my level 2 spell, so we got to do something about this. The Confusing Touch will be helpful, but it's not going to be quite as good without more defenses. Thinking about actually switching into some air, but I don't really want to make a switch necessarily. Because I have to train up Conj. Scorch is not... Yeah, it's pure fire. Yeah, Power 1 is good, but that's like D9. I'm kind of thinking a little bit ahead, a little bit more long term, is that we actually might want to look into training up another school at some point. Oh, good. That's what I needed. The sooner I made a switch to, what am I gonna do with you, buddy? It's the power chance. Sorry. Oh man, it's a shame about that Spark Wasp. The others would be good. Okay. Yeah, this shows you the... I just can't hit this guy fast enough. You know what would have been good? Well, would it have been? Guess I could have Confusing Touched it first. That would have been smart. Yeah, even with Scorch, it's kind of hard to get past their Kind of had to get past their AC. Yeah, Inner Flame would have been okay. It might have been able to pull the, you know, to get the damage and then the cloud underneath, and then it could have killed. You just worry about them waking up and then blowing you up. I think if I did... I do have Rising Fire. I don't want to use that here. These things hit pretty hard. So I don't really want to like do the whole like. Oh, I also should have used Poison Spit. That would have been. If I could have damaged it, I might not have been able to actually poison it. To think of it. But yeah, that's interesting. A full tank of Scorch just wasn't really enough. Just got him moderately wounded. It's just they have too much AC. Confusing Touch, Inner Flame. Yeah, they're tough to, you either have the good tools to kill them or you don't, and they have a lot of damage output and they close in on you real fast, so they're definitely spooky. I'm trying to decide. I don't really think I have the best tool to kill this. Like the only gambits that I really had were like it was said. I was thinking Inner Flame. It felt a little bit risky, and I thought, okay, well, Scorch with the RF minus can probably carry it. But it actually wasn't enough because I just don't have all that much MP in the end. It's not really a spellcasting skill thing anyway. You just don't get all that much from training spellcasting initially. You just kind of need to level up. And we didn't even really get to severely wounded, so it's not like we really got close. So yeah, without... What's this? Yeah, we don't want a Spark Wasp. That's super dangerous. Man. I don't really love any of my options here. I don't think Foxfire Swarm is going to do it, because I don't think they're not going to do any damage to him at all. Sea of Fire would have been maybe okay. But... I mean, why not use Rising Flame, right? There we go. There was Rising Flame. I'm not sure what we're going to do about Mr. Boulder Beetle. He's a pain. Nice that it's a hugely wide open level. Do we have Lair yet? We don't. So now we need to really take stock of our spells. So I'm thinking air is looking just kind of too attractive to pass up right now, because I could also P Vapors. Boulder Beetle, it's not the most effective. They just do have a lot of HP, to pick one example, but I think I might pivot over to some air. As much as I hate to do that. Yeah, it would. Depending, it just sort of depends if you can avoid the damage in time. All it takes is one good hit from a roll is the problem. If I could Sea of Fire and maybe keep it guaranteed at bay, it could absolutely be effective. But okay, so let's try Poisonous Vapors. We'll see if a pivot over to air magic will help us out at all. Hello, friends. Can I see what this Orc Warrior is? Orc Warriors can be a little bit nasty, but I should be okay. Oh, somebody's got Dispersal, nice. Well, he doesn't have much in terms of... Let's head over here. So we're gonna have to basically constantly be on the lookout for Mr. Boulder Beetle. Nice. Oh, that is helpful. Normally you don't have to be quite so drastic about school transitions like this, but for this class it's like, you know, you do only start with the level 2 spells, so if you don't find some really nice melee weapons in shops, but obviously... Oh. Two-headed ogre, we might just sit on that. Bunch of yaks. Wow, that's a lot of yaks. Well, I'm not going to go back down those stairs. That would have been a good instance to use some confusing touch, to be quite honest. Check out these downstairs. Hence, let's check out these upstairs. It's kind of on the lookout for possible lair entrance. Fortunately, it looks like all the downstairs are... No, that's not true. There's that one right there. Those are good. Aha, there's our friend again. So I don't think I can do... Oh, I can do Sea of Fire. Can I can P-Vapor him. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Oh no! You went out. Okay. Where are you? Where do you go? Oh man, that sucks. He stayed out of Los. Oh. Oh, it's alright, go down. Yeah, I got outplayed, for real. I guess that's kind of my fault. I guess it's a bad setup. I mean, he's too close now. He could roll and, like, close the gap. And he's not damaged enough. It's a shame. I was looking forward to getting that kill. Really looking forward to getting that kill. I mean, it's not like designers know how their game works. Come on, you know how it goes. We just write the thing, and then we see what it does, and that's all you can do. That's the best you can do. You theory craft, just like E-Bearing loves to do. I haven't died to one yet, but I think this Boulder Beetle might have my number. This would be a good Boulder Beetle for me. Oh, good. Yeah, especially if you... I love these cave layouts that have, like, the really, like, deep dead ends. So just perfect timing for some monster to wander into view. I mean, I guess I've explored most of this level and am reasonably convinced that there's probably not the lair entrance. Oh, crap. What's this? Oh. That's amnesia. That's a good point. Okay, let's where are we at on P Vapors? Let's do a quick switch and get some spellcasting so I can get some spell levels. So I can memorize some more spells. Okay, I have a full one. Okay, which one is oh yeah, we don't want this one. Don't go up the wrong staircase. Don't love that. We're gonna have to do like some antics here. Yeah, this one is. And I might want to cause fear here. Okay. Problem is, I'm gonna lose all my. What about a poly? Will a poly work on you, bud? We get a good poly. That's decent. That is decent. I guess I just need to have enough to actually kill the. Oh, good. He moved adjacent. There we go. We like that. Now we're on this level and we can rest. That was a little risky because that was the Boulder Beetle level, but I did have teleport. It is, yeah, you do want to switch gods eventually, but yeah, like Lacey says, there's like a target of like XL 14 or so. We'll sort of see for this character where we do the switch. It's not doing incredibly well at the moment. Okay, static discharge. I'll take that. Let's get a little bit more air. Two-headed ogre. What will Polly give us? You know, I would take a Yaktar. I would take a floating eye. I will not take a shocked serpent, though. Yeah, these you don't really want a confusing touch. They just hit a little bit too hard. They also have fairly high will, so without... I haven't trained Evo yet, which, you know, I'm kind of spread a little bit too thin here. What is, cause fear? How? It doesn't show the... It's not showing the 5% risk of failure. It's not showing the success chance. I thought this is how you do this. Why isn't it showing success? It's odd. I mean, that's what F is... Oh, I have to move the cursor over it? Oh, God. Okay, that was confusing, but I get you. Alright, well, 56% chance is actually quite good. That means I can probably pull off some antics, but the problem is... he's very poisoned. The problem is I'm not going to, once again, have enough MP. Oh, nice. He instant... Oh, good point. Okay, yeah, no, I poisoned him again. All right. Well, that's on me, I guess. My bad. Don't make that mistake. Yeah, 28. Cause Fear actually had a quite good chance. That really kind of sucks, actually. I'm not sure Lig Zerk is really gonna do it here. It seems kind of dangerous. compelling, though. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. No, Lisi, what was confusing is I thought that the targeter was over the ogre, but I'm not used to looking at those targeters like that, because it was showing magenta on the ogre, so I'm like, oh, is it already over that? I was just, yeah, you know, I thought it was actually targeting or showing the targeter on the ogre. It's just sort of like disconnect from having not been in this UI for a little bit. So I didn't realize that I had to X over it, that's all. You know, I'm used to the spell just showing you, but targeted spells are different than untargeted ones. The targeted spell just takes the reticule over to the... It's totally on me. It's just because I haven't played DCSS in like two months or something like that. Probably longer than that, actually. Some poison magic? Is that what we want? I'll get a little bit of spell power for vapors. I don't know if the berserk was... Well, I guess the berserk probably was necessary. Maybe it wasn't necessary, but... Felt like, why take the risk? Okay, I gotta unquiver Cause Fear. Also, don't make that mistake. If you use Cause Fear, don't then go and don't then go and zap it immediately, thus negating the fear that you just did. I had like a good plan up until the point where I was like, yeah, and while it's running away, I'll cast Poisonous Vapors. It's like, no, you don't. Oh, god damn it. Hey. I like this. Come on. There we go. I don't think this Tengu can do too much to me. So, that's a good example of a poly that worked very well. For the person who was like, yeah, I don't like to use poly. I actually don't know that I want to train more. I should probably stick with air, to be quite honest. Because P-Vapors doesn't... I'm not going to go big on poison. Arguably it was a mistake. It was just some cheap spell power. Do I want more of this? Or do I want to train more air? I probably want to train more air. Actually, might want to train a little bit of fighting right now. Maybe? It's not really that. It doesn't work that way. There's not really a special, like, in this game, there's not really a special thing for monsters saying, this is a player species monster, so therefore do this. Like, you could poly something into a Null, you could poly something into a Kobold. Those are all player species, for example. Plain Tengu is actually just, well... I guess you actually have a good point, because it is just a plain Tengu, wasn't it? That was just literally a plain Tengu? Interesting. That is actually a good point, because those don't generate normally, do they? Yeah, you don't see... You see Tengu Warriors, you see Tengu Conjurers. Yeah, that's actually a good point. It should be Tengu Warrior or Tengu Conjurer. Maybe it's something about the poly code. It's like, because those two... Yeah, I wonder about that. You probably can't land the classed ones, is what I'm guessing. And yet there are classed Tengu genus monsters. So maybe that's the deal. For instance, you couldn't get an octopode because there's no classed normally generating or otherwise octopode monster, would be my guess. And it's probably like falling back to plain Tengu because it won't do classed, I'm guessing. That's probably how that works. Because I don't think you can get classed monsters. Well, I'm calling them class, but really that's not accurate. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'm not sure about that. Because I'm calling them class, but they are their own distinct monster type. Just happens that they have a genus that is also a player species, or that that is their genus, the Tengu genus. So I don't know why that is a polymorph result. Oof. Okay, Scorch. All right. Okay. Good confusing touch. Yep, got the good way to get out those eels. Also, eels being on S is weird. Holy crap. That's really bizarre. I realize I'm using poisonous vapors now and not Scorch. Is this lair? Nice. It's just an unguarded lair. I think we also have Orc up here. Yes, we do. Okay, whites. This is a kind of a... Normally, this would be somewhat scary as a level because it is just like a big wide open thing. Nice, skull blinking. Good to have those again. Cancel pot? I didn't realize I had ID'd that. Okay. Oh, I've got a lot. Hey! Oh, yeah. Yeah, Scorch is really good. Unfortunately, I'm just past the point where Scorch is amazing. We're now at the point where Scorch is not quite enough to do it. Like, I paralyzed a boulder beetle, and Scorch got it to moderately wounded with me emptying like 13 MP, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't really plan past paralyzed. And then Lacey pointed out, like, yeah, you have PV. Since you were planning on that, you could use that. I was like, yeah, I could. I was kind of thinking that. And then I got outplayed by the Boulder Beetle. His AI beat me. I can't do my favorite acquire poll command because it's now irrelevant. I guess we should, let me finish IDing this crap. I have all the really important potions, for the most part, figured out. Fortunately, I had to burn through a lot of heal wounds. Let's see what we get from acquirement. That is quite a mouthful of a ring to pronounce. Attacks and the Traveler. Staff of Air. Searing Ray. F. So, some good basic conj spells, but kind of low level. I mean, Meph would be okay, but F Prism. Yeah, I mean, Meph is good, but I don't already have Meph, do I? No, I just have OTR. That's my okay. So we're really going to be riding on the air upgrades. Or I could go Staff of Air for air spell power. Unfortunately, my next air spell is Lightning Bolt, which is going to take a little while to get castable, especially with zero conj. I could also do gold and try to branch into those weapons, but I guess I'm sort of committed to magic at this point. And buy off Sin. Huh. You know, there are probably worse plans. I'm still not super enthusiastic about taking on fire elementals at this stage, even with Sin. Starting with 0 invo, and well, I don't think invo would help you all that much other than being able to use Sanctuary. I do like the Ignis to Zin play potential, but obviously not for this character. So I could take the spell book and get some good lower level spells that are useful, because right now I'm sitting on Static, which is certainly a good spell, but it's just a bit low level. And then Lightning Bolt, which is quite good, but it may be a little while before I can cast it. What's the fail rate? Yeah, so Lightning Bolt wouldn't take that much to get castable. Yeah, I saw that. I was looking at the ring too. I don't really like slow very much at all, and unfortunately I'm at the stage where I am going to be taking a good amount of damage. So it's kind of less attractive. Getting slowed could kind of get me killed. Yeah, I saw it at high level air, but I'm not really thinking about that at this point. Yeah, it's great scaling into, for sure. That's why the air thing is attractive. Yeah, I just want to focus a little bit on surviving now. The air staff is good. Maybe the spell power puts over the top. So that's our next one. So right now we're just going to have to lean on static. It would make static a lot better. And it would make lightning bolt better when I get it. Meph could be actually quite useful. I do have Cause Fear. Probably somewhat similar in terms of just getting away stuff. Maybe we'll just do the staff then. Staff is nice too because it's kind of a long-term thing. It's very good if I am sticking with air magic, which I think is kind of the plan now. Bye, troll. Nice. Using touch, doing some good work. Sort of, finally, I kind of put a bunch of investment into that. Not really anything incredible, but... Yeah, our plan if we get mobbed is to just, Okay, could be worse. Nice, very nice. That's not so nice. Up. 1 or 2 blink frogs I can kind of deal with. Nice. We also have static. I kind of forgot that I have that spell. I shouldn't forget that. Actually quite good against blink frogs, but we did it our way. We did it with dev tools. Oof, that was a cane toad. Those are a little bit spooky right now. Confusing touch is pretty good. And then static. You can even hit them with the Staff of Air because you can. But maybe we'll just clear. Okay. Nice. Looking real nice. Good mileage out of Confusing Touch here. A little bit of help from okay. Maybe we want to do some Staff of Air. Now we can... Oh, yeah. Good times. Okay, now you can die. Thank you. Good combos. A lot of times you'll get these, like, sort of, like, weird mixed characters that are, like, generic backgrounds, and they will really struggle initially because they're not, like, as punchy as some of the, you know, dedicated spellcasting classes that have, like, kind of an answer to everything, sort of. Or even for those, you might struggle, and a lot of people are just totally resistant to using hexes for whatever reason. They just, like, have a mental block and think that they don't do anything, but they can be very effective. This is a cool leather armor. Won't inhibit my spellcasting to any significant degree, probably. And a little bit of AC, and well, the melee damage is like whatever. It's sort of cool, but it's not really actually that strong, but that's fine. Okay, so we'll set up Confusing Touch, Poisonous Vapors this guy. Oh, shit. What? I didn't want to do that. Oh no. We need this guy to run away now. Oh crap, I can't. That was a big mistake. Damn it. I don't know how I did that. I must have miscast. I really should put Inner Flame on a different key. That was, that's not good. I mean, he might die, but I don't want him to blow up next to me. I don't want to waste a Para charge on him. Yeah, I mean, yes, but... I mean, I'd probably survive it, but he could get in a melee hit, and then, like, the explosion could take me out. You know, I'm probably fine. It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, this isn't great. Love if I could kill him at range, but unfortunately I don't have any explosion or anything that can do that. And I actually only have 3 MP left. In part because I cast stupid Inner Flame, which I did not want to cast. Gotta put that off F. I don't know how I hit F, though. It was really dumb. Hey, it worked. I knew exactly what I was doing. I was testing the chat. See if they understood. Well, I don't like it when you do that. Okay, so obviously I'm still kind of rusty at Crawl. This is a good Confusing Touch candidate. If I get petrified, I'm probably okay. I think what I'll do is approach him from Edge of Los, though. I guess the problem with approaching him at Edge of Los is that it's giving him just lots more chances to... Okay, well, we just killed him straight up. Oh, I do have good will. Well, I have some will, so that's eesh. Okay, let's just tiptoe away from that. Hydras are still quite scary because they kind of outrun me, and like, I can Confusing Touch them, but they hit so hard in melee, and then they can actually hit you while confused, and it can be quite bad. And I might be able to cause fear through their willpower, but it's just not, it's not really ideal to be fighting those, is what I'm trying to say. Hey, that's good. Absolutely take more paralysis charges. Okay, that is a lot of fighting. Let's get some valuable core ring. Now I can resist all of that corrosion that I will definitely need to resist. That's GG. Okay, what was that other monster? This one I probably want to exclude because I think it's like within Los. Don't need sling bullets, poison darts. Let's turn off some junk possibly. Maggie. What would she poly into? A rhyme drake, a water moccasin, or an ice beast? That's actually pretty legit. Rhyme drake is not too cool, but I don't... Those are all pretty good polys. Okay, well, fine, be that way. I would have preferred you give me the other thing, but you're gonna be that way, you're gonna be that way. Hey. As I was saying before, don't neglect that poly wand. And I didn't lose any of her charges, or her. She had 2 potions, I don't even know what they are. Probably something I didn't want her quaffing, that's for sure. There's another nice staff. I know, right? That's a good point, I didn't even think about that. Oh wait, what was her... Steam Dragon Scales. Well, that's not very exciting, Maggie. You need to kill stronger dragons, Maggie. I mean, like, yes, you technically did kill a dragon, but... Girl, you need to, like... up the game a little bit. Okay, that is the annoying part about using this with static discharge is... Unfortunately, that Hydra might now be awake. We're gonna see if we can't... Staff of Death. More flame charges. Well, that's... Well, okay, no. Not quite there yet, are we? Gonna stay away from that Hydra. Eventually we're gonna get cornered by a Hydra, I know it. We'll have Lightning Bolt. We are gonna need more spell casting. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some now. I actually really need... If I want... I really need to like start training Conj too. Maybe in fact we'll just... Because we're gonna need Conj. Unrestrained Intellects. Oh, Ignition, back with the fire magic. Huh. A little bit too high level is the problem. Yeah, the spell power you can kind of tell is pretty bad with this static right now. It's only 23. It's because we don't have any Conj trained. I kind of wasn't really thinking about that. We really do. We only have 5 air and we have 0 Conj, so we need to do something if we actually want to use these air spells. Yeah, can't do that. Various yaks. There's a lot of yaks. I'm not going to be able to static my way out of this. I'd actually need to cause fear. The problem is cause fear is not going to get all of them. It's a lot of them. You have another play. Lickpot might help. I don't know if I really want to waste it, but we're getting past the point where Ligpots do a whole lot, so Ligpot might be okay here. Problem is that just Lig melee alone isn't all that great. Brilliance, and then the Staff of Air, and then Static. I mean, we did something, I guess. Do you want a charm? Do you want to waste a charm on these? Yeah. Let's try a leg. Finish them off. Just a cheap way to... Oh, okay. Well, that's how you want to be. There we go. Having to use anything to just skill a Yak Pack is a sign that you're in, you know, you've got a somewhat weak character going. We're just trying to transition out of that crap, but having trained so many schools of magic, it's like not too surprising. I'm gonna get enough to get Lightning Bolt. Okay, so we're gonna stay away from Mr. Hydra. And, let's go peek. Oh, oppressive heat. Well, do I have a magic map identified yet? Now I do. Oh wow, that's a volcano. I see. 63, okay. Let's try this approach. Really? It's not... Oh. Okay. Huh. I don't quite understand. I guess it's not... It doesn't work? Did I hit it? You hit the but do no damage. Oh, I guess I just can't do any damage to it. Well, that kind of sucks. There we go. That was like much harder than it kind of should have been, but okay. Good, good to know. You can't really damage it at all. You can't get confusing touch. I was like, I'll just lazily hit it with the Staff of Air. Oh, I have a lot of staves. So I have RF plus, but there's plenty of monsters, in fact, that I may have trouble killing in here. My last volcano did not go all that well. I mean, I kind of had to exit. I did get something cool out of it, but this one could be a problem because I would have to use Confusing Touch, and if it's some high-level monster... yeah, I don't really have the tools for it, to be quite honest. because it's like I have Scorch, which is not going to be good here. I have Static Discharge at pretty low spell power, even with the Staff of Air, and it's not that strong even at good spell power. I don't even have Lightning Bolt memorized. I have some Ice Blast, which is obviously going to be fairly good, but I have 8 charges of it with 3 Evo, nothing special, some Para. So I have some Hex Wands and some Hexes. And I don't really have a lot of, like, consumables to fall back on that I want to fall back on. So I might actually just say no. I mean, I do have RF. That's certainly very helpful. It's just that there's some nasty stuff in these volcanoes for this kind of character that's just on the weaker side. And I have no God help, really. So maybe as I think about it, I won't even mess with it. Because once I commit to this, I'm going to be kind of committed. Well, I only have 2 haste. So I can haste run probably. But even then, it's like, I don't even have that much haste. I don't have that much heal either. It's just kind of a nasty proposition. It's kind of a shame. Hey, what's up, Nee? I did the cowardly thing, I guess. No reason to lose this character over a mere portal. Cowards are winners. Yes. Wow, this gets did a lot of damage. A lot of centaurs. Guess we got that one shoal entry. Thank God for the Ring of Sea Invisible. What's... So that would be swamp. That's probably going to be a nasty entry, actually. Some kind of vault here?